Anyway, we're playing Rimworld. We're not playing Spider-Man sneaky stalk game, which I should copyright because hell of a game that would make. How are you doing and how have you been? It's your boy Tazastical. It's the best game in the world. It's Rimworld. Let's get to it. So I am pumped because in a situation that would normally be drastically bad, we're actually in good stead. I'm just going to keep everyone inside the walls just while we go through story time of what we're going to do today. So I think it's fair to say the priorities today is going to get all the growing fields up. So drug production's a little bit on a lull. Luckily we do have... Who's left that door open? Okay, and this is another reason why I like leaving like an air duct. I can't think of the right terminology for this, but basically that keeps the freezer open. Because if this wasn't here and it went straight into the living room, this would have lost all its temperature. But as we can see, because it's a little hallway, it just gives us... It's a little saving grace if something like this happens. And obviously as people are opening and closing, the less cold air is going out as well. So not going to move that just yet, but obviously it's something to keep into mind. But no, drug production is on a lull. Luckily we have quite a lot of drugs, or the resources to make drugs in the freezer. So that's not a problem whatsoever. But we've only got 2 smoke leaf and we don't want to get into a situation where we don't have any drugs and everyone starts to withdraw and have a bad time. But yeah, we need all these growing fields up. So this is all cotton. Cool. Yeah, we need all this up. It's just not good. And then we've got a hill route down there. Obviously with Alpen down, it's a bit sad, although he looks like he's up. His character's not lying down anymore. Unless like the quick playthrough then just got him up. I didn't see anything pop up, but that's fine. There's a countdown activator to activate... Oh, luckily it's only a turret. So again, we've got another mechanoid cluster, which, again, in any other situation, we would be... start to become under the cosh, you know, in a bit of trouble. But it actually helps us out a lot, because what it means is when these bugs get aggroed, they go to the mechanoids. That means we don't have to worry about repairing walls. Like, they don't come at us. So I'm actually extremely happy. Now, that being said, if Mechanoid Cluster comes this side, we'll deal with it. But it does mean, obviously, we can't come down here, and there are some resources that I would have liked to have got. You know, there's 55 still here, which I know what you guys are saying, that's not a lot. But considering our doctrine doesn't allow us mining, and when I say doesn't allow us, if we mine, obviously everyone becomes incredibly upset. That's the difference between obviously someone breaking down or someone not. So other than that, the growing fields need to be up and everything, which is going to be slow going because I want Good to haul all the food as we're going, just so we don't have another food problem. And then hopefully, famous last words, we don't have to talk about food problems anymore. So that's the walls sorted, that's the food sorted. Let's sort the drugs, you know, safeguard us for future, plant more stuff. And the mechanoid clusters are very helpful as well for more raids, because if any raids come that side, they'll either, 1, destroy the mechanoid cluster, okay, that's fine, or B, die to the mechanoid cluster, which means it's just another variation of what we're doing. And I think someone in the comments put it very well. It's an advanced kill box, because I call it kill box because I don't really know what to call it. They're not really neighbours, they're very aggressive to us. But they sort of deal with all our problems. However, with that all being said, obviously, we're going to have to be on top of everything. And what I mean by on top of everything is we need to start using our time a hell of a lot better than what we have been doing. That being said, I do think we're probably at the best situation that we're ever at. We're at the point, bar crafting, everything is getting done without me having to tell everyone. As we can see, Smarty is removing some tattered clothing and stuff like that. That's the only thing. And we have the prisoner here. We have the perfect prisoner here. Purple is going to go into that role, is going to craft. You can see I'm excited because it's all going well, party people. Purple has the crafting that we need. Purple will be the one that will be able to pick up the slack on the drugs and stuff like that. That being said, I know obviously we changed Smarty before wanting them to hold, but I think Smarty is going to have to help with crafting. While we don't have any, like, one person just sitting on crafting, I think we're going to have to make sure that when Smarty is done with cooking, she helps out with crafting. Otherwise, you know, crafting is drug production, all that sort of stuff. And anyway, in my excitement, another bit of research has been done. I feel like at some point, so we're going to go with guns and stuff first. Obviously, gun turrets do nothing for us because we can't have them. So we'll go gas operation. Once we can get... Is it precision? Once we can get precision rifling, which I think we pretty much just want... Saying that, a minigun could be really good. But I think we'll probably go with assault rifles just early on. And then I think we're probably going to go straight for deep drilling, stuff like that. Yeah, I know there's obviously... I think deep drilling is still going to upset people, though. That's the problem. But then I suppose that's added incentive to obviously get our drug production going, because this colony, more than other colonies, are probably going to need more things to sell to people. And when I mean people, I mean traders. Because every time someone comes in with steel, we need to buy it, because then that saves us digging it out, making people unhappy. We're going. Your boy is getting better. I see your comments. I see you judging me. It's all going well. Don't worry. Don't you worry. But everyone's obviously locked in at the moment. Do we need to redo that zone? I can't remember if I actually... No, so that zone is all done. So I think while this is going on, and obviously the only thing that's really going to trip us up is while we're leaving our walls to like do stuff around the map, that's going to be the only thing that really trips us up. But I think we should allow it because, well, just because. Well, especially when we get good on full-time hauling, because at least then this dumping stockpile is going to be full of goodies. And when I say goodies, like junk and stone blocks. So goodies in a weird way. You know, and once we can get that full, like we can really stay in, like when we're under the cosh, we're under an attack. Like we've got no reason to leave our tiny little walls. You know, a great man once said, build the wall. Oh, controversial. One person in the comments won't see that as a joke and will be like, well, actually, the wall doesn't work. If Rimworld has shown me anything, and it's shown me a lot of life lessons, walls work, party people. Wooden doors don't. So see? So don't even build a door to your wall. That's where you're going wrong. Just cement that bad boy. No gaping holes in my wall. That sounds bad when I say it like that, to be fair. Hey, party people, if you like gaping holes in your walls, that's up to you. We're a hole free... Well, I'm going to stop talking. I love Spencer. Just researches every day. He keeps to himself. I'd love him more if he could haul and clean. But the thing is, the good thing about him just researching is there's no temptation for me to take him off of it. So that is our progression, really. Research is Rimworld progression, because that's what's going to get you to the spaceship at the end to fly off or whatnot. I suppose... Unless you're doing the royalty, like, finish or finale to, like, leave. Let's have a look at Stomp. What's the wrong with him? Tired, sweaty, boo-hoo, ate without a table. Well, stop doing it, then. Like, Stomp, I feel like you're not doing Flake, and you should be. Every 2 days, you should be doing Flake. Like, scheduled. Use this drug on a defined schedule every 2 days. So why are you not doing Flake? So, my boy, are you addicted to Flake? No. My boy, come down here, smack yourself some Flake. Get that mood boost, like we're gonna watch it. Ready? Oh, it's too good when it comes up. That 35, and he's addicted to drugs. That's what we like. That's what we like to see. Good in the hood. Really, we live in a ghetto and just do drugs all the time, and then, like, our neighbours come and kill us. Like, it's a very odd world we live in. Alpin, are you, like, back on your feet? Like, your mood is sky high, my man. Look at this. So, wait a minute. Is he unconscious and he just keeps, like, doing it? Because he's unconscious. He needs to be fed, but he's got a mood boost ×3. Got some lovin'. Does he know he's getting lovin'? Is he like in a coma and someone's abusing him? Like, what is going on here? Opinion of Smarty is 8. Like, imagine if it was a negative opinion and she keeps making love with him, like, while he's in a coma. Would you know? I suppose you'd just wake up very sticky, I suppose. But then I suppose you might think just Spider-Man came in and, like, I don't know, saved you? Like, I wonder what else Spider-Man does, like, when people are sleeping, then. He must be pretty silent. Not doing it, I mean like invading people's bedrooms. To be fair, it wouldn't be very kid-friendly if they kept that in the comments. Or left it in the comments. Something to think about. Anyway, we're playing Rimworld. We're not playing Spider-Man's sneaky stalk game, which I should copyright because a hell of a game that would make. As Spider-Man, you sneak into a woman's bed. No, that's probably not PG and probably not PG friendly for YouTube. No, Alpin's putting some heal root down, so that's positive PG stuff for the channel. So heal root heals people after they got abused by Spider-Man. Oh, it's just, to be fair, like, when's the last time we had an episode where we had a laugh, we bonded, you thought, Tazastical, not only are you sexy, but Jesus, are you hilarious. I know, guys, just calm down. Like, and while this is going on, the colony is flourishing. I've never been in a good mood before. I'm glad my partner's, she's in the back of the room. I know you guys have mentioned, like, you're disappointed she hasn't been around this episode, or this series. Like, she's only seen the doom and gloom of this colony, and let's be honest, there's been a lot of doom and a lot of gloom. But we're in a good place. Like, once Purple gets recruited, I'll be honest, I might have to start recording naked. I might have to. Like, the excitement will be off the chain. I'm not saying I'll be in chains, but maybe I'll keep my clothes on. I'm going to get this all out now. Basically what I'm doing is I've got my timer in front of me, and this is basically, I'm trying to enjoy this moment while it lasts, because we both know, or we all know, like, yeah, we both, the two viewers that are watching me, we all know that something's going to bad happen in a couple of episodes, so that's future Tazastical's fault. Current Tazastical is living the dream. Future Tazastical will be like, why isn't this done? Why isn't this done? Like, but current Tazastical is enjoying life. All the colony is happy. Like, to be fair, Stomp's main problem is, one, he's a little girl. Two, like, to be fair, why are you muscle parasites? Do muscle parasites ever go away? Or do we need, like, really good medicine to make them go away? Interesting. Although, we don't have any medicine of any sort anyway, so I wish I never looked now. But yeah, once Purple gets recruited, we will literally be laughing. Obviously, the only things that we have to think about are the psychic suppression and the forced weather. But the psychic suppression, we had it on a past series, but the problem that we had then is, like, the majority of our colony were female, and we got a psychic suppression against females, where, okay, I didn't mean to click on the world map, so I've got my head in my hands. Everyone's having a party, like, they've picked up on my atmosphere, and, like, the party's been called off. I'll be honest, I'm utterly disappointed. Why did it get called off? I was going to join. Ah. Anyway, go quest, current. Where is this? The weather controller. Where is the one, the psych... So we click on this, like, psychic suppressor. Does it say, like... Or do I have to hover over it for it to tell us, like... I was trying to work out... Is it men or female? Female. So it's against females. So we got... Alpin's a male, actually growing. Good's a male. Smarty's a female. Stomp's a male. Spencer's a male. So really, it's only affecting Smarty, which isn't too bad because Smarty is just the cook, which obviously it's an important role. But actually, the psychic suppression is, well, it will affect Purple as well. So we will have to sort it out. But what I'm saying is, it's not a massive problem, considering, you know, 90% or whatever the maths is of our colony isn't female. The forced weather is a bit more annoying because people get, like, they're wet and stuff like that. Is it wet? Like, that, just everything I say today just sounds wrong. Soaking wet, yeah. And that's just from my commentary. Oh, lads. We're having a laugh party, people. Look, even the drugs are back up. Like, let's be honest, you come away from this episode, you're like, no Rimworld content has ever touched you like this video. Like, everything that's going right is going right. What's wrong with this? Oh, it unlocks things that we can't build. That's fine, because it unlocks the rest of the tree, so to speak. But we still need to get all the way down here, so... You know, we've got a long time ahead of us. Alpin's not having a good time. Like, I don't know what your problem is. He's just withdrawing from everything. He's having too much of a good time. I'm just conscious of, like, doing flake too much. Like, every 2 days. So, is he the only person that's withdrawing? No, it seems flake gets people addicted very quickly. So you've got a dependence on smoke leaf. But I'm not saying you're, like... You're mood because of it, though, Smarty. Like, Spencer... So is it like one flake leaf and they're already addicted? Is that what we're talking? Okay. Something to keep an eye on. Because it's a hell of a negative to have, but a hell of a positive. Well, I do want Good to haul all this rice because we don't want to... When the rice is right, we don't want... When the rice is right for harvesting, we don't want to let it get, like, just wasted. Like, we're having a good time, but let's actually, like, progress as we're having a good time, because I do this in the past where I have so much of a good time I'm not really paying attention to anything. I know all you in the comments, no, not you. Yeah, well, like, one use of flake is, like, making everyone addicted. Like, are we getting people addicted on drugs that we really shouldn't be, or really should be? Like, I mean, yeah, everything's going really nicely. Could set up some stuff to actually be built. I suppose the problem with that is obviously we're not getting the blocks, so is it even worth our time worrying about? No. The priority of this episode is to get all the growing zones up. Until all the growing zones are up, I'm not going to queue up anything else. Because what will happen is I'll tell Stomp to start building walls, and then... I thought the bugs were coming then. Hang on a minute. Is the mechanoid cluster activated now? Yeah. Okay. Something to just keep an eye on. Okay, Stomp is in a daze. Withdrawal. That's fine. We know that's a problem. Okay, purple is coming along very, very nicely. But yeah, the problem is we'll start queuing up walls and stuff, and then we'll get agi because obviously bricks aren't being made because obviously no one's making them, and then we'll take Good off the growing. And I really want Good to help Alpen get all the growing zones up. And then we'll move him over to crafting, get some blocks and stuff like that. Which is, you know, pretty perfect, let's be honest. I wish there was a button. Like... So we've got 4 addictions. So use this drug to feed already established addictions. I wish there was a button to, like, keep the addiction level as it is. Do you know what I mean? So, if you need 2 flakes a day, and it doesn't increase dependence, but doesn't lower it, do that. I suppose it's hard to know, but... The problem with something like flake that we found Alpen did early on, he overdosed on it really, really quickly. And I don't know in this game if obviously overdose has it. Oh, the bugs. So yeah, perfect example. So we'll just make sure everyone's in the wall. So normally what would happen? So what has happened? These bugs have either been struck by lightning or a lightning's hit near them and agitated them. I think probably what's happened is probably a hive has been hurt. I was thinking about it before I was going to bed because apparently I'm a loser and all I think about is Rimworld. Is I reckon a hive is getting hurt. So, what would normally happen is obviously the bugs would get hit, attack our wall. Now what's happening is because the easiest target on the map are the mechanoids. So they're going off and trying to attack the mechanoids. They get to about here and their aggro leaves. Now, what we need to start getting better at, and obviously when the opportunity comes, obviously the opportunity isn't always there, is we need to start taking all this insect jelly. There's a dead mega spider in here. How did it die? How did it die? Everything's bitten off. Are they starving to death? Crush, great bro. No, they must have been attacked by like the tribes or whatnot. But yeah, something we need to get better on is obviously our insect jelly farm. Like, there are no bugs in there now. Like, why would we not just go in... where are you? Good. Like, because this is free money. Can we, like, uninstall, deconstruct these glow pods? No. I wonder if it's because you have to destroy the hives first or something. Oi, that quest panicked me. I thought the bugs were coming back up. A refugee and tribes people. So we could get a person. Sadly, we have no information on them, though. That's a shame. Obviously, we're going to get attacked, which isn't a problem whatsoever. I think we're not going to rock the boat. We're just going to have one really, really good episode. And I think we're going to leave it like that. Obviously, we will get to the point where we will start accepting quests and stuff again. But there's no point running before we can walk. We're just about getting back on our feet. One thing I will do is quickly do food restrictions and tell people not to eat insect jelly. I'm not sure what the cost is to it if we sell it. But I don't really want to waste it because, one, it does have a high chance of obviously giving off food poisoning. And two, if it has a mighty good price to it, we don't really just want to be eating it. But yeah, it's our little insect jelly farm, really. It's just easy to get like cheap food, so if we get problem. But it's always worth stocking up on stuff like this. Insect jelly has got us out of so many problems in the past. We would be silly not to make the most of it. We'll just tell everyone to keep inside while these bugs are sort of in the halfway zone, just in case anything funky-dunky happens. Starvation. Smarty is starving, but is just about to eat a fine meal, which is nice. Purple's religion is down to 20%, so hopefully in the next episode, if not the episode afterwards, you'll be in our religion. Which will be brilliant once you get recruited, because then we'll be able to passively recruit everyone. And I think we'll work on getting everyone into our religion and then going from there. Are these bugs starving to death? Like I keep checking. I need to hit the health. Like, they all look fine. It's just I'm seeing more dead than normal, but I don't know if that's just because they're getting hit more often with raids and stuff like that. I suppose the only thing that's going to trip us up is someone is in a daze and takes a wander and tries to hug a bug. While it rhymes and sounds good. And again, yeah, whoa, that one just got smashed by lightning. Wow, one lightning just kills them. I'm glad we told everyone to stay inside our walls. But the hives are still spawning. You can still hear them. The mechs being there is just brilliant. And is brilliant. It really is. And think about it. If we get a raid and they come from this side, then we ain't even got to deal with them. We ain't even got to look at them. The only problem we have is when sappers come this side of the map. And that's why we need our like outer wall defense, because we can take on most things. I mean, we can always just lure them to the bugs, lure the bugs round and stuff like that. But sometimes I fancy to do a bit of defense. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, yeah, we'll go for it. That's the only reason why I did that the other time. Not only to showcase the idea of why I'm doing something, but also because why not? Smarty's actually making blocks, funny enough. Oh, okay, that is fire that we need to put out because the rain will not put that out. So we do need to manually do that so we don't lose power conduits. Extinguish. Extinguish. There we go. Because the battery hasn't stored up anything. I think the fire on the power conduit got rid of it. We will just quickly check that there's no gaps anywhere else. No, we all look good. We could probably deconstruct all this. So I think originally that was coming down a wall. And can probably deconstruct all that as well. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Let me just double check that there is power getting to here. Yeah, there is. We might as well save on all the electric that we can. Sorry, all the steel that we can. Because obviously, we don't have a lot of it. So it makes sense. So like this bit here, there's no point any of this conduit being here. The reason why I say that is because when you look at the power, you can see where it's connecting. I do like having it in circles. I know it's probably a little bit of waste of steel, but I do like that if there's a break in the chain, like here or here, like everything still gets power. Especially under an attack, that's quite positive. Just because you have to worry a little bit less about power and stuff like that. Look at me, guys. Esports, here we come. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.